The segment producer is the person that is in charge of whoever that guest is. Sometimes I would say ask them, do they have a favorite song, and sometimes that will work out, and sometimes their favorite song is a ballad. We can't play ballads pretty much, so they're expecting to hear it now. And I was like, oh, there I go trying to help. Um, so we'll play the slow song really fast, and then they can say, what song was that? Is this the one you asked for? But sped up a little bit because you're. So we tried to make something happen out of it, but we always wanted to be inclusive of everybody. So because I always looked at the music as the glue that kept everything from this point to that point to that point. And then in some cases it was obvious, but it was always to try and make the guest feel comfortable, because when they come out and they're hitting this wall of people and the cameras in them, and they got a guy with a handheld and he's running all over the place and the whole thing. And it turns out most of the people that come out, by the time they walk over and sit at panel, they can't hear a note. They're so busy, all of this, all these things are hitting them all at once. They come out from, bam, the people are clapping, the band's playing, and they got to walk over and the whole thing, They don't know what you played. They're completely, they're in a day, it's just this 5-second, 10-second interval of walking that they can't, the last thing they're paying attention to is what music you're playing. I put all this effort into, make sure that, but turns out it's a good thing, because the people that are watching the show, they catch that, or the producers catch it, or whatever, but the person themselves always says, do you know what we played for you? No, man, I don't, people are clapping, the lights are flashing, and so it's just funny once you understand that kind of thing, you start to get a better understanding of what the whole thing is and all the little parts that make up the whole show. And you just get better. Hopefully you just get better at your job from, you don't take that personal. I went through this whole thing with the segment producer, 4 memos to get this one song approved so we can play it, and the person that walks on doesn't even know what you played. And then you learn that it doesn't matter if they don't know what it played. The show knows, the people that watch the show know what you played, and that helped them, do that, and it helped them do that. So you start to get what it is that you're doing. I remember when Colin Powell came on, and like calypso, so we played this calypso, and he didn't notice they were playing, but everybody, Colin Powell, calypso music and the whole thing, and but he could care less.
Did anybody ever complain?
Not too much. I remember Hillary Clinton complained, when she sat down, like, Hillary, don't do this to me. So,
What'd she say?
She said, what music was that? And it was exactly the music she asked for.
What was it? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember what it was. But then her aide, during the break, came over and said, and pointed over to the band, and she's like, and and when she sits down and say, well, that was nice, but the band could have played this, the music I asked for. And then, of course, and I see Debbie, executive producer, over there looking at me. I was like, and I, trying to stay in, I was like, in my breath, I'm saying, that's exactly what we, and then their aide comes out doing, the makeup and everything. And she's like, oh, no. So that kind of stuff, I was like, oh, man. So in my mind, I said, are they going to edit that out? I'm going to look like an idiot, and the band doesn't do, and then you just have to move on and do the next thing. But those kind of things, that was your, that's the job. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.